Should be back now. Should be back now for you guys. There. Okay. Yeah, that was actually kind of weird. When I came back after taking care of both my wash and break, make sure my dog was good and ordering food, I looked over and then there was an error with the recording, and then when I just tried to switch scenes quick back to, well, this one, Streamlabs entirely just crashed. And then I opened it up again, tried to hit go live again, and it crashed immediately without actually going live. So I re-downloaded it, I restarted my computer. Everything seems to be okay now. It's recording. I should be live now, 100%. I'm gonna check on my phone real quick before I continue. Yeah, so that was a little weird. Alright, let's check. Yep, I am live again. Good. I am live. Excellent. Yeah, that was a little weird. Oh well, my food arrived, so I decided to eat most of it before firing back up again, just so I got something in me. So, yeah. I apologize for that. I don't know why it decided to crash on me like that. But Streamlabs has been re-downloaded. We're back up and running. Everything is good. And honestly, good thing I saved when I did in Grisaia, because it also kind of fucked up there too. It wasn't letting me actually exit it normally, and even though Streamlabs was closed, it was still looked like it was being captured. So something was really fucky with that. So thank God I saved, because I had to close that out and I restart the whole computer too. So everything should be good now. So we'll just continue on. Oh, just my luck, right? Just my luck. As Sakura Daemon's currently subjecting every vehicle to extensive security checks before letting it onto the ramp, there's a decent backlog of minivans and trucks lined up waiting to enter. I reach past the AC vent and flip on my hazard lamps, pull one wheel up onto the shoulder so traffic can pass, and queue up at the end of the line. A police officer, who had been watching my approach, promptly approaches, his boots slapping noisily against the pavement. He's carrying a binder and ballpoint pen in one hand, and with the other, he knocks lightly on my side window.
Engine, 止めてもらえる?
Yeah. Even as a sulky frown flashes across my face, I obediently reach down and twist my key in the ignition. Then lower the driver's side window, grab the entry permit sitting on the top of the dashboard, and present it to the officer. The officer accepts the paper, slips it into his binder, and cranes his head a little to check my license plate number. Then begins scratching away diligently at some form or other. And this part's a gamble. A calculated gamble, but a gamble nonetheless. Over the last few weeks, I've been stealthily visiting the area around Irisu HQ at irregular moments, probing and observing security. About a week ago, I realized that a mobile police unit had been placed in charge of inspecting all incoming deliveries. Until then, our people had been in charge, so I'd been forced to keep a wary distance. But I'm willing to bet some political wrangling about Ichigaya's earlier blunders resulted in the establishment of an extremely superficial joint investigation headquarters, with the cops taking over a few minor jobs like this. This sort of thing is always the brainchild of someone in Kasumigaseki, and often results in the cooperating agencies competing in an attempt to show off to said bureaucrat. And even at the best of times, Sakura Daemon and my employer are on terrible terms, frequently neglecting to share even crucial information. Yeah. It probably could have helped to capture you earlier if they worked together earlier. Healthy rivalries and in-house competition are all well and good, but when things get out of hand, you just end up sabotaging each other. Very convenient now that I find myself on the other side. Look, I don't know what you guys are supposed to be looking out for here, but how long is this gonna last? We're all busy people, you know.
まあね、私もこれが仕事だから。すみませんけど、ご理解とご協力を願いますよ。あと運転免許証を拝見できますか?
Oops. I don't think you have a license, do you? Clicking my tongue in irritation, I rest my right hand on the top of the wheel, then lean my upper body over toward the passenger seat and open the glove compartment. Retrieving a light blue pass case, I take out a driver's license and hand it over. Of course, it's just one of the numerous cover IDs my company prepared for me in the days when we were on better terms.
はいどうも。帽子取ってもらえるかな?
The policeman checks the photograph on the license, then looks up to compare it with my own features. Squinting irritably as he shines his flashlight in my eyes, I shove my face forward for examination.
はい、いいですよ。ありがとうございました。
While carefully accepting the license back, I shoot a quick glance at my rear-view mirror out of the corner of my eye. There's already quite a few new arrivals waiting behind my van for their own inspection. One or two of them have begun noisily revving up their engines as if to say, get a move on.
はいはい、ちょっと待ってね。
Grimacing at the noise, the policeman wedges the binder with my fake entry permit under his arm. Then bends down and pokes something that looks like a motorcycle rear-view mirror beneath the vehicle, examining the undercarriage. Looks like the forgery of the permit went fairly well, at least. 4 days ago, I managed to approach one of the trucks lined up here waiting to enter the warehouse. After presenting one of my company IDs, I asked to see their permit, which I quietly photographed with a digital camera. With those images as a base, I used a PC in a net cafe in Shinokubo to mock up a falsified document, and print it out in a neighborhood copy shop. Gotta give it to Yuji, he's actually very fucking clever. And this is all skills that clearly Ichigaya has taught him, and he's now using it against them. I mean, it's not specifically Ichigaya, because he's going after the Irisu, but you know what I mean. He has used it against Ichigaya. He's using the skills they gave him to fight back. And it's working really well. They trained him too well. Pretty half-assed job, but the cop doesn't seem to have any suspicions at the moment.
それじゃあ荷物の中身確認させてもらっていいかな?
Yep. Answering in the grouchy tone of a man who's having his time wasted, I reach to the side of my seat and yank up a lever that controls the van's hatchback. As the rear door swings upward with the soft hiss of extending dampers, the policeman sticks his head inside. Opening the lids of the cardboard boxes one after the other, he sticks a hand into the work uniforms packed inside, confirming that I'm not hiding anything suspicious inside.
作業服屋さん?
Yeah, that's right.
遅くまで仕事大変だね。
We're in the same boat there, right? Come on, please finish up already. It's gonna be a real pain if you mess up all the merchandise like that.
すみませんね。すぐに終わりますから。
An angry shout from the driver of the next truck cuts through the air. Damn straight, let's get a move on here. If somebody from the company looks into that driver's license number, it's an instant game over. I'd really like to be inside before that happens.
はい、それじゃあ結構ですよ。車を前に進めてください。
The officer quickly pushes a small stamp down twice on the document in his binder, then returns my forged entry permit. Narrowing one eye, I accept it with a curt nod. Right. Thanks.
はい、次の人。前に進んでエンジンを止めて。
Guess the public sector is not all sunshine, donuts, and fat pensions, huh? Muttering these sympathetic sentiments to no one in particular, I start the van's engine, then guide it smoothly onto the entrance ramp leading down into the basement of Irisu Global Headquarters. Oh, the music didn't even change during the scene.
社長、この本社の警備体制はいつまで続くのでしょうか。各部署から業務遅延の報告と下請けからのクレームが数件入っておりますが。
私からもあまり大げさにはしないでほしいと伝えてはあるのだけれど、同じ建物に2つの公の機関が同時にいるのが良くないみたいで、なんだか皆さん無駄に張り切っているのよね。
Gee, you really don't think you potentially being under threat of death is something to worry about?
もう2週間ですよ。このままの状況があと10日も続けば、警備とは呼べない損失が発生しますが。
そうね。全ては私がここにいるのが原因なのでしょうけど、娘のこともあって今は日本を離れるわけにもいかないし。
お嬢様とご一緒に一時海外へ行かれてはどうでしょう。
そうね、だいぶごちゃごちゃしてきたし、それがいいかもしれないわね。
Yeah, just leave the
お父様
country.
の飛行機は使えるの？
はい、明日の午後4時には飛べるよう手配可能です。
ではそうしてちょうだい。マキナとサリナ両方連れて行きますから、現地の病院とお母様に連絡を。
承知いたしました。
ああ、お母様へのお見舞いも何か適当に見繕っておいて。
いつものように反物でよろしいでしょうか。
そうね。それと鶴屋の栗まんじゅうも用意しておいてちょうだい。
Yeah, I hate her. I still hate her.
ご母堂様はあんこが嫌いだったと記憶しておりますが、確か以前お土産として月餅をお持ちになられた時に大喧嘩になったかと。
Oh, she knows. She knows. She's doing that just to be an asshole.
もちろん覚えているわ。それにお母様は栗も嫌いなの。だから持っていくんじゃありませんか。
Yeah, you're like a top grade bitch.
承知いたしました。ご用意させていただきます。
お願いね。
失礼します。疲れた。
Well, holy shit! About time you came back. Where the heck you been? Don't got all day here, you know.
誰？
You don't gotta freak out on me, miss. I'm just a delivery man. Got a package to drop off.
配達？ってどうやってここへ？
Huh? How the hell do you think? Said I had a package for the Prez. The lady at the reception desk said, well, go take it on upstairs then.
そんなバカな。受付ってどこの受付？
What do I care? Anywho, I'm here to deliver this to the president.
社長に直接？
Duh!
荷物の中身は？
The hell do I know? They just told me to deliver the thing. Probably just one of them bum coochies or what have you.
なんでバン？中を確認しても？
Fun by me, but on your own head be it. What? On your own head be it? Arching one eyebrow dubiously, Miss Sawada accepts the cardboard box and removes the lid. Inside are numerous heavy-duty nylon ropes. And on top of these, there's a single scrap of paper. Don't make a sound or you're dead. Miss Sawada stares blankly at the words for a moment, her mouth hanging open slightly in bewilderment, before raising her face questioningly to me.
これって。
What? You illiterate? Don't make a sound or you're going to die. I pull out my handgun from the breast pocket of my work uniform, firmly depressing the squeeze cocker to ready the firing pin. Squeeze cocker? Huh? I said not to make a sound. Thrusting the gun forward threateningly, I use my free hand to remove the cap of on my head and spit out the tissue paper I'd stuffed in my cheeks. Miss Sawada's eyes go wide with shock.
あなた、風見裕二。
I was taught to laugh off a woman's stupidity 3 times. That was your last strike. Next time you make a sound, I'm gonna kill you. Apparently sensing something in my dark, sunken eyes, Miss Sawada bites firmly down on her lower lip and proceeds to glare angrily up at me in complete silence. That a girl. I'm gonna borrow this. Holding the gun steady in my right hand, I quickly reach out with my left and pull out a handkerchief that had been peeking out of the secretary's breast pocket. Give me an ah. What's wrong? Open your mouth. Come on. Ah.
Ah.
You've got no idea how ridiculous you look. Just a joke. Don't get angry. Keep your hands on top of your desk. Don't go for the alarm button. I ball up the handkerchief and stuff it into Sawada's mouth, then fix the gag in place with the nylon rope from the box. Stand up. Slowly come up from behind the desk. Put your knees on the ground and hold your hands behind you. Sorry. This might hurt a little, but tough it out. Miss Sawada seems to have decided that resistance would be pointless, as she obediently follows my instructions and waits quietly to be bound. Taking several more cords of nylon rope, I quickly tie her hands behind her back, link her ankles together, and finally connect the 2 bundles to immobilize her completely. That's some kinky shit. That posture will probably get a little painful after a while. Why don't we lie you down? Slipping my hands under Sawada's armpits, I gently lower her sideways onto the thick carpet. The secretary squirms around a little after being upended, but once you're on the ground in this position, it's impossible to get back up on your own power. Whew. Exhaling quietly, I review every step in the process that brought me here, searching for any potential oversights. Everything's gone pretty much according to plan so far. Once I got inside, it was surprisingly smooth sailing. After following the ramp down to the delivery entrance at the very bottom of the tower, I hauled out the cardboard boxes from the back of my van and began to unload them onto a large freight elevator. All well and good that I'd gotten this far, but now I had to come up with some kind of inconspicuous route upwards. The final cardboard box in my arms, I was casually glancing in the direction of the emergency exit when I noticed another man in a uniform working nearby. The man loaded a few crates from a panel van he'd presumably driven down here, then wheeled his pallet jack into the elevator and slipped into the corner of the cage. You not getting in? Taking the man's question as my cue, I followed him into the elevator, and with almost disappointing ease, found myself rising to the 3rd floor warehouse. My new colleague took off his hat and offered a brief greeting to the manager, then wheeled his delivery off into the maze of shelves with the easy familiarity of a man in his own home. Yeah, when you deliver to a place often enough, it just becomes second nature on where the hell you're going. I imitated the man's slight bow toward the manager, then followed him into the depths of the warehouse with a nonchalant expression on my face. A little way inside, I stopped and took out a notebook from the pocket of my uniform, pretending to double-check where I needed to stow my packages. Soon enough, the other man finished his own delivery and headed back out. Instead of riding the freight elevator back down, the delivery man simply said, "Can you get the door, please?" In response, the manager pressed a button to unlock a door leading to an external emergency staircase. The man nodded his thanks and slipped outside. Probably needed to go down a floor to get some documents signed. After briefly considering the matter, I decided to make use of the emergency stairs myself. A single sentence to the manager got me outside, but instead of heading downstairs, I climbed up to the 4th floor, where an inviting door offered access to an internal evacuation staircase. The problem was opening it. An emergency exit is only intended to open one way. For obvious reasons, they're designed not to be accessible from the outside. But I haven't spent years on Ichigai's payroll for show. I was taught a method that can get you inside of one of these with a bit of delicate fiddling. A little time-consuming, but it almost always works. However, even if it was possible to unlock the door, I couldn't just swing the thing carelessly open. An emergency exit of this sort has an alarm device active by default. The instant it opens, an ear-splitting bell goes off, and building security will instantly be contacted. Yeah, that's kind of why they're an emergency exit. Very much why they're an emergency exit. If it's opened, it's gonna go off, because the only ones using those are for people in an emergency. Duh. As a countermeasure, I used a classic trick, deceiving the alarm with a bit of aluminum foil. I took Makina's pack of grape-flavored Bubble King from my pocket, unwrapped one stick, and popped it into my mouth. Folding the wrapping paper into a flat sheet, I stuck the piece of gum onto an adhesive and fixed it over the alarm sensor. After a few minutes of work on the door, I slipped quietly into the deserted evacuation staircase, and without further difficulty, made my way straight up to the 12th floor. Now it's just a matter of getting into the president's office, but... Whoops. That was a bit sloppy. Now that I look carefully, there's a fingerprint scanner next to the heavy wooden door in the back, with an LCD screen displaying "Lock" in red letters. Come to think of it, Miss Sawada here had to unlock the door for me last time I visited. Should have had her open it before I tied her up. Now what? I glanced back at the secretary, lying on the ground with her body arched back like a shrimp, only her face pointing this way. Could always just chop off a finger, but that's a bit much. Might make things awkward when you're getting intimate with your boyfriend. Can't have that. Oh, good job you looking out on other people's sex life. Good job, Yuji. Pushing my gun into the belly of my work uniform, I haul Miss Sawada up off the thick rug. Pipe down. I'm just gonna borrow your finger for a second. Don't make too much noise, or I'll just snip one off with that pair of scissors on your desk. Oh, that would take forever and hurt like a bitch. Lifting Sawada over my shoulder, I bring her to the door and guide the index finger of her right hand to the scanner. Okay, thanks. We're good now. Gently lowering the secretary back to the floor, I firmly grab hold of the doorknob. Do or die time. Possibly both. Pardon me! Kazumi Yuji, reporting in. Itasu Kyoka's eyes open wide with shock, a deep-fried Okaki cracker freezing halfway to her mouth. Snacking in the middle of the night? You're gonna put on weight, you know. I glance briefly at the corner of the ceiling. The surveillance camera's activity light isn't on. I'm willing to bet Itasu Kyoka deliberately turned the thing off to keep her midnight snack private.
あなたどうしてここへ
Why are you here? How do you get in? Or how did you get in? Women always ask the same questions. I pull the small handgun out of my work uniform. My previous visit made it clear that further discussion is pointless. Today, I've come to eliminate you as a threat to Irasu Makina.
排除って落ち着きなさい
Sorry, not interested. Talking just makes the trigger heavier. I should have shot this woman dead the moment I saw her. I've already made this harder than it needed to be. Don't falter, Yuji. Pull the trigger. Now, before the momentum fades. Does she run behind her desk? Sensing my momentary hesitation, Kyoka leaps forward, aiming for the door behind me. Damn it! As the woman tries to slip past my side, I swing my arm in a vicious arc, slamming the butt of my pistol into her temple. Her body jerks backward. I sweep her legs out from under her and she tumbles to the ground. Hi, Kakashi. How's it going? No shit, Sherlock. Yeah, that I did. Tell me something. Did your parents ever hit you?
ないわ親どころか誰にも殴られたことなんてないわ
Figured as much. That explains a lot.
それが何だというの私は殴られるようなミスを一つもしてこなかったというだけよ
That's a delusion. An egotistical fantasy. Your parents guided you around every bump in the road. And when you tripped over your own feet, you found someone else to blame. You lived your life in denial of your own shortcomings. You were chauffeured down a life others set out for you. Never spanked, never frustrated, never knowing pain. That's why you turned into a woman who could sacrifice her own daughter without so much as a twinge of conscience.
知った風な口をあなたに私の何がわかるというの
Oh, I understand. My father was the same way. The old man was a waste of space who spent most of his life eating through his inheritance. When he screwed up or things took a bad turn, he'd take it out on the people around him. He knocked me around to forget his troubles. Thought every other person in the world was trash. Any living thing that he couldn't use to his advantage was worthless. Didn't even see us as human beings. Pissed him off just to look at us. This ringing any bells?
それは役立たずのひがみだわ
You got the same disease. There's no curing it now. If I don't kill you, Makina's gonna die instead.
待ってマキナのために私を殺そうというのねえそれは無駄よやめなさい
She's begging for her life.
私を殺してもマキナを殺そうとする人はいくらでもいるわ
That's not relevant. If anyone else comes to kill her, I'll eliminate them one by one. As many times as it takes.
分かったわ取引をしましょう私を殺さないでくれるなら私もマキナを殺しません
Just like your last deal, where you said you would make sure no one goes after her, but then straight up said, actually, I can't control what they do. I can make you the promise, but it doesn't mean it's actually gonna happen.
そうだ。なんだったらあなたマキナと結婚する？あんなわけのわからない組織で使い捨てにされるよりずっといい暮らしができるわよ。
Sounds nice. Always dreamed about that sort of thing.
でしょ？ね、そうなさいな。
There's just one problem, though. I'd rather die than become your son. You know, I thought long and hard before I came here. I was very close to certain, but I tried to convince myself there was the slightest chance you cared about Makina as a mother. I mean, come on. Having to settle things through killing? It's just too damn sad, isn't it?
だからね、私を殺さなければ誰も死なないのよ。
Listen to what I'm telling you. I thought long and hard, and this was the answer. I've reached my conclusion. My will isn't weak enough to be swayed by your words. That's enough. Just pull the damn trigger. Don't let emotion cloud your mind any further. Pull the trigger now, and everything will end. You won't have to fear the night any longer. Don't you remember what you came here to do? Why are you standing in this room, Kazumi Yuji? What are you to Makina? I know. I'm her father. I promised the girl I'd become her father.
待って、何を言っているの？ねえ、お願い、やめて。殺さないで。私が何をしたっていうの？マキナを殺したわけでもないのに。私が悪かったのなら謝るから。ねえ、許して、お願いよ。何でもするから。
How the mighty have fallen. What an awful face. But I've got a feeling I've seen it somewhere before. Where was it? Oh boy. Ah. Now I get it. She looks just like Makina. Well, of course she does. They're parent and child, after all. It's only natural, right? ねえ、
あなた聞いているの？ねえ。
Shut up. Oh, fuck! Okay, I gotta choose whether I kill the bitch. I am saving that. Oh. Ooh. Excuse me. You want to kill her? Yeah, true, but I feel like he's still now having second thoughts. Like, do I kill? Free Makina and maybe actually potentially have her hate me forever? Because, I mean, it's still her mom. Ugh. And then again, we don't kill her, then, well, Makina's just going to be a organ donor against her will. Or maybe maybe not pulling the trigger, but threatening to will just be enough to scare Kyoka off. Ooh. But if I pull this trigger, Yuji's forever just gonna be a killer. That safety pin to keep him, you know, under control will be gone forever. No way to put it back in. He'll just forever be a merciless killing machine. I don't know if I want him to do that. As much as he's an annoying piece of shit, I don't want to ruin his life. Even if he doesn't have much of a life to begin with. We're not going to do it. I think this is more than enough. I think she's got the point. I think she'll get the point after we've done this much. I mean, we've already hit her in the head with the fucking gun. Yeah, that's right. This woman's not worthy to be called a mother, but there's still parent and child. And when you kill your parent, even if they're the scum of the earth, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. Why does every person say you deserve to die, kill them, but always never commit to their word? I feel like it's more in line with Yuji's character to not actually kill the mother. He doesn't want... like, he sees too much of Makina in her, obviously, and... yeah, actually, now that he brings that up, he says he's killed his own, you know, parents, or at least believes he has, so he doesn't want to add even more guilt to that. It's probably bringing up a lot more memories that he's just not straight up saying. Plus, he pulls this trigger and she's dead. He's a wanted man for life. There's literally no way he's going to get away from anything. At all. Like, there's no possible way he can get out of this. But if he doesn't pull the trigger, there's a little chance. There's a tiny chance. God damn it. It's no good. Now I'm remembering... I can't kill. It's no good. I'm no good after all. What a joke. What a complete goddamn joke. What the hell am I doing? Falling flat onto my backside on the spot, I explode into roars of laughter. It's the briefest of chances, but Irisu Kyoka seizes it. As I laugh with the deranged bitterness of a man who's given up on the world itself, the woman's hand leaps for the alarm button under her desk. And in that moment, I really, truly don't give a damn. About her, about myself, about anything in the world. There are hurried footsteps in the corridor within seconds. The sound of someone bursting into the secretary's office. Guess that's that. Well, for a piece of shit like me, I guess it was a pretty respectable showing. The thought fills me with something like resignation. My throbbing heart slows. The red-hot flame in the center of my mind grows cold and still. The guards in the office outside are throwing their bodies against the door, aggravated by its refusal to open. For some reason, their obvious irritation strikes me as somewhat amusing. So they're gonna break out the master key, huh? Guess that means they're probably not our people. Well, not that I particularly care at this point. It's a simple trick. Take a shotgun with massive 12-gauge ammunition and blast away the upper and lower hinges on the left, then the area by the lock. Not pretty, but it opens just about any door, hence the nickname. Soon enough, the door is smashed violently inward. A man in black bursts into the room shoulder first, leading with one leg like a charging martial artist, his automatic pointed to the ground. Oh, we're terrorists now, huh? I see. They're gonna turn me into a terrorist, huh? JB must have been the one to prep that scenario. Wonder if it'll be from the north or the east. Well, probably the north. Drop my weapon, he says. Fortunately, I already tossed my gun on the floor before he even came in, Rambo. Why the hell would I bother fighting back this late in the game? Just dispose of me however you like.
わかった。待ってるのよ。だから必ず来てね。
Ah. Shit. That's right. I promised Makina, didn't I? Sorry, kid. I screwed up. Don't think I'll be able to come pick you up. I really am sorry, Makina.
早く殺して
ですが、抵抗行動はしていません。
関係ないわこの子、私を殴ったのよ
Oh, God.
殺して
確保だ。
Okay, good. They're smart and not just listening to the angry CEO that was threatened. And not just like, kill him, do it. The two security police have already placed themselves between me and Irisu Kyoka, completely sheltering her body. Wouldn't think the woman... Wouldn't think the woman was bawling like a baby a minute ago. The instant she's standing behind someone's back, her voice gets a lot louder. That side of you really does remind me of my old man. A weak laugh, tinged with self-mockery, pushes its way out of my lungs. The largest of the SP officers reaches out to restrain me. Probably looking to grab my wrist, he yank it behind my back, then press my chest to the floor with his knee. Ow! The instant that massive baseball mitt of a hand seizes my right wrist with bone-crushing force, I reflexively try to pull it free. Circling behind me, the man strikes the side of my head with a 3-stage extendable baton. A tingling warmth spreads in the back of my nose. Yeah, I got a bloody nose now for sure. Oh no. That attitude pisses me off. He has power. I have none. I'm not even resisting. He still knocks me around. That's perfectly normal to him. Comes as naturally as breathing. And all of a sudden, it makes me very, very angry. My right hand twists instinctively in his grip. I lean back, shifting my weight to my waist. Pushing myself up off the ground, I jerk my wrist sharply upward as I turn to face him. Even as I exhale the air in my lungs through pursed lips, my left hand reaches for the man's eyes, but he's ready for it. His baton falls to the ground, his open hand catches my wrist. We've each got hold of a wrist now. It's become a contest of strength. Against a muscle monster like this, a simple grappling match isn't going to end well. With a small twitch of my captured wrist, I abruptly let the muscles of my arm go slack, no longer resisting his attempt to overpower me. The man's torso lurches forward, destabilizing his body's center of gravity. I don't give him a chance to regain his balance. Guiding his arm up and over my shoulder, I step forward, trying to use the weight of his unbalanced upper body as leverage for a throw. Know how to plant yourself. But guys who've done judo are seriously difficult to uproot. Abruptly changing tactics, I release my grip on his left wrist with a little jerk to the side. Again, taken by surprise, he waves his hands in circles like a beginner on a balance beam. As I move to tackle my opponent, the SB who had been hanging back to guard Irisu Kyoka lunges at me from behind. Quickly twisting around as we tumble across the floor, I lift my legs into the air. Then push forward off my back and drive my toes into the onrushing officer's gut. Damn! Using the backlash from my kick, I roll forward over the stomach and chest of the man who collapsed with me. The momentum carries me to my feet above the prone policeman. I instantly drop my knee onto his throat like the blade of a guillotine. Holy fuck! Ow. Maintaining the pressure, I frantically search for the gun I abandoned earlier, but it's already been kicked into a corner of the room. Much too far for me to reach out and grab. Need a weapon. The man pinned underneath my knee seems a good option, but when I flip back his jacket, there's no gun strapped to his armpit. Must be a hip holster. Clicking my tongue in irritation, I reflexively grab the golden ballpoint pen peeking out from the breast pocket of his Oxford shirt. You're gonna go at him with a fucking pen? You gonna John Wick this shit? Oh, third guy showed up. The third of Irisu Kyoka's defenders brings his shotgun to bear. You wanna shoot? Go ahead! I grab the man underneath me by the back collar of his suit and tumble away, pulling his body with me as a human shield. Doesn't matter if you've got rifled slugs or 00 buckshot at this range. There's no way for him to shoot me without killing his comrade as well. No one from Sakura Daemon would ever make that choice. In the first place, not relying on firearms except when strictly necessary is a point of pride in that organization. That said, I've got 3 opponents. One of them may be out of the picture, but if I just sit here, the others will subdue me. What do I do? While I'm stalling, the man I'd knocked down with a kick to the solar plexus totters to his feet. There's no more time to hesitate. What do I do? As my eyes dart around the room, I tighten my grip on my human shield's collar, bending his body backward like a bow against my knee. And in that moment, something slips out of his jacket and tumbles noisily onto the ground, on floor. CS, huh? It's a palm-sized spray can. Almost looks like a plain black bottle of deodorant at a glance. But the contents are without a doubt... chlorobenzodiazepinone trelabahama... Whatever. In other words, tear gas. I quickly pick up the can and fire a blast into the face of the approaching officer. Jesus! Spray some into Kyoka's eyes just before you leave. I want that bitch to be, you know, at least be hurting a little bit. Although it certainly seems effective, it's not the kind of CS my company would be using. The chemical sprayed out in a diffused mist, so it can't be used against distant opponents.
危ない下がって鼻と口をハンカチで隠して
But the gas, ridding the currents of the room's air conditioning, begin to flow toward Irasu Kyoka and her third guard. Struck suddenly by a plan of sorts, I jab the golden ballpoint pen in my hand to the side of the spray can with all my might. Oh! Just constantly leak it and throw it out like an improvised tear gas grenade. Okay. I instantly cover my nose and mouth with the cuff of my work uniform. Tears are already pouring from my eyes in streams. Pulling out the pen from the canister, I hurl the little gas grenade at the man with the shotgun.
危ない伏せて
Probably acting on pure instinct as an SP officer, the man throws Irasu Kyoka to the ground, covering her body protectively with his own. Now! I leap to my feet, mouth buried in the crook of my arm, and bolt for the door. On the verge of escaping, I notice a large tabletop lighter in the shape of a goddess on the reception desk and reach out to grab. Oh my god!
待て
Oh my god, you are not. There's a sound of a shotgun being pumped behind me. Now that I've left my shield, he has no reason to hold back.
止まれ
God! An impact to my right shoulder, like the blow of a giant's hammer. My field of vision is instantly dyed in shades of red. The bone-shattering shock travels through my skeleton, shaking my skull violently. Yeah, you got hit by a shotgun. That's gonna hurt. The 12-gauge blast is powerful enough to explode capillaries across the right half of my body. Blood forced out of its vessels is gathering in my eyes. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's gotta be... That's not good. Tumbling forward through the door, I instinctively try to push myself up off the thick carpet. But my right arm's completely powerless. I collapse awkwardly to the floor. There. Yeah. Lifting myself up with pure abdominal, up a little with pure abdominal strength, I reach over to my right shoulder. Or what's left of it. The muscle and flesh are simply gone. Holy shit! My fingers sink easily into the massive wound. Oh! So they literally blew his shoulder off. Oh my god. No wonder his right arm is useless. I'm amazed it's still attached. It's fine. I won't die. There's no real reason to believe that. But unless I convince myself it's true, I'm gonna fall to the ground and lie there paralyzed. Yeah, you gotta fear. He's literally trying to fight off shock through willpower alone. It's fine. This is nothing. Just a scratch. Human beings don't die that easily. There's no problem here. Repeating the words in my mind like a mantra, I gather my willpower into a swirling vortex deep inside my gut. Stand up! I force my knees to push my body erect, and my legs shake like those of a newborn fowl. I can't get to my feet. From behind, the sound of a shotgun being pumped. Cold dread shoots through my spine. Looking over my shoulder, I find the man with the gun scrubbing his eyes vigorously with the cuff of his suit as he hacks and wheezes painfully. He's in no shape to line up a shot. But at this range, even a blindly fired warning shot could easily kill me. I bite down on my lower lip fiercely enough to draw blood, willing my convulsing legs to support my weight, begging myself to stand. Dude, you're literally fighting off shock right now through will. No. No. I've got to hurry. Backup might arrive any minute. I have to get out of here. Now. Leaning heavily against the wall, I rise to my feet. Slowly, painfully, I leave the president's office behind. The cigar-lighting goddess tucked under my arm. Why did you take that thing? Just be patient, Makina. I'll definitely come pick you up. Reaching the passage, I hold the statue up to the fire alarm above and bathe it in the small blast of flame. Okay. He's setting off the sprinklers in the alarm system. Okay. Now that makes a little sense. I thought he was gonna, light it and make the tear gas, combust. But no, he went with the boring option. Every emergency door in the building will be automatically unlocked when the fire alarm goes off. With this done, I can slip into and out of any floor. After pushing my way out onto the emergency staircase through the exit with the sensor I disabled earlier, I jam the enormous lighter between the handrail and the door's lever, rendering it impossible to open from the inside. Gotta get this patched up somewhere. Maybe the gunshot was too large a trauma to process, but it doesn't really hurt at the moment. Yeah, dude, you're going into shock. You have a massive amount of blood loss, so your body's, slowly shutting itself down. You're going into shock. Some part of my brain probably decided I'd die of shock if I became aware of the pain. I swear to God. World's too damn round. It's impossible to walk straight. Propelling myself from one near fall to the next on trembling legs, I flee into the night. How the fuck? How the hell did you get out of that?
おはよう、キアラ。あ、先輩、おはようございます。昨日はちゃんと眠れましたか？
眠れたように見える？あんなことがあったのに、眠ってる時間なんてあるわけないじゃないの。マスコミに対する粉飾作業で結局徹夜よ。
How the hell did he get away? I'm sorry. This man had a chunk blown out of his shoulder and somehow managed to slip away. Ooh, I actually don't want to save because that's a choice. I'm not going to save. I'm just going to keep it going.
なんか先輩、少し痩せました？
今朝試しに体重計に乗ってみたら3キロ痩せてたわ。
まあ、羨ましい。
あなたね、そりゃあなたはいいわよ。午前0時を過ぎた時点で交代になって、家に帰ってシャワーを浴びて、ビール飲んでラーメン食べて寝たんでしょ。そりゃ太るわよ。
なんで知ってるんです？
あなたの行動なんか簡単に予想できるわよ。私が何年この仕事やってると思ってるの？
やだな、まさか私の部屋にカメラとかマイク仕掛けてないですよね。
Oh, are you that kind of person, JB?
なんであんたなんかの監視のために貴重な 1% 枠を割かなきゃいけないのよ。
ですよね。
そんなことより現場から逃走した 9029号のその後の足取りはつかめたの？
Yeah, do we have the location? Do we know where he is after he had his shoulder blown off and limped away?
いえ、それがぷっつりと途絶えたままです。
How?
最後の情報は昨夜の午前1時過ぎに上野駅の周辺でそれらしい人物を見たという不確かな目撃情報のみですね。
How the
そう。
もうどこかで死んじゃってるってことはないですかね。
Damn straight.
そう簡単に死ぬようには訓練してないわ。
Okay, you can't just train someone to take a shotgun blast to the shoulder like it was nothing. And it's like, yeah, I'm fine. This man has got to be rolling over and dying by now. I probably should have killed fucking Kyoka. Shit.
でも現場で対応したハムインの報告では致命傷を負わせたという話ですし、現場の視察に行ったうちの人間の話では致死量に匹敵する血痕が確認できたそうですよ。
Fucking great.
でも死体はまだ発見されていない。
Oh, great. Yeah, don't have a body.
生きていると考えるべきね。
There's no body doesn't mean they died. Great.
だといいんですけど。あ、いえ、別に先輩がかくまってるんじゃないかとか疑ってませんし。
Well, if he is dead, there goes JB's last tie with Asako. The last little remnant she had of her friend. Just gone. Asako is now well and truly left the world at that point.
9029号が生きてたらいいなとか肩を持つ発言をしたわけじゃないですよ。
分かってるわよ。
でも本当どこへ行っちゃったんですかね。帰る場所なんてないのに。
True.
イリスマキナの病院は？誰かうちの人間は張り付いているの？
いえ、誰も。イリスケからも何の依頼もありませんし、彼女もずっと病院で眠ったままで、これからどうなっちゃうんでしょう。
さあね。イリスキヨカは今日の4時の飛行機で海外へ渡るそうよ。
Oh, just
娘
taking
のサリ
Serena,
ナを
huh?
連れてね。
Not even Makina 2 this time, just Serena? Oh, I guess we did scare her effectively.
マキナは置いてけぼりですか
？9029の死亡が確認できないうちは部活にタッチできないんじゃない？
I don't know if he's alive or if he's dead, but I'm not gonna fuck with my daughter until I know for sure. But hey, 3 years go by, guess what? She doesn't have to worry about Makina ever again.
ああ、うちの9029はしつこいですからね。もし海外に逃げたとしてもしつこくどこまでも追いかけてくるでしょうね。
Oh, 100%.
何でしたっけ？そんな9029号を揶揄した言葉がありましたよね。
9029に狙われるということはキレの悪いクソに悩まされるようなものだでしょ。
What the fuck? Whatever.
それは12年前にキューバの麻薬カルテルの幹部が先代の9029に対して言った言葉よ。
Oh my god.
いくつ代が変わろうと9029は恐怖のナンバーですよ。エースナンバーってやつです。
Apparently.
いつかは私も9029のケースオフィサーをすることになるんですかね。
You think you can handle someone like Yuji? JB could barely handle someone like Asako and Yuji.
そうね。もし当代の9029の死亡が確認されて次代の9029にナンバーを引き継いだとしたら、その時はあなたに預けてもいいわよ。
あ、本当に？でも自信ないな。歴代の I9029 号って言えば命令無視に公明に不服従、いつだって管理官を泣かしてきたって言いますしね。
Yep. Got that right. Sorry, answering something quick.
いいじゃない。程よくダイエットできるわよ。
Oh my god.
なんか先輩見てると 人より早く老けそうで嫌だな。
それってどういう意味かしらね。
怒らないでくださいよ。おっと、いいタイミングで緊急連
どこから？
絡で、なんだ、イリス・マキナの病院から7時半の定時連絡です。
Alright,
読
what
み
are
上
they
げ
gonna
ます
say?
か？
お願い。
本日の午前6時30分、イリス・マキナの意識が回復したようです。
Okay, well, that's good.
そう。よかった。
当人の意識はまだだいぶ混濁しているようですが、バイタルは極めて安定しているようです。
That's
よかったですね。
definitely good.
そうね。後で今回の件の報告も兼ねてお見舞いに行ってくるわ。
バームクーヘン持って。
What the hell is Bombchuction? What? Really, it's a cake? Oh! It's a kind of German spit cake. A popular dessert in Japan. Okay. Characteristic rings that appear in its slices resemble tree rings and give the cake its German name, which literally translates to tree cake or log cake. Okay. Interesting. Is one of the most popular pastries in Japan, where it is called Bumchen. It is a popular return present in Japan for wedding guests because of its ring shape. Oh. Interesting. That was actually pretty interesting. From the way it's a cake that's literally made on a spit. Like if you were like roasting like a lamb or something on an open fire. You put the layers around the spit itself of the cake, and then I guess you cook it you bake it that way. And then you just pull it off. Traditionally, butcher is made on a spit by brushing on even layers of batter, then rotating the spit around a heat source. Each layer is allowed to brown before a new layer of batter is poured. When the cake is removed and sliced, each layer is divided from the next by a golden line, resembling growth rings on a crosscut tree. Typical bumchucking is made up of 15 to 20 layers of batter. However, the layering process for making can continue until the cakes are quite large. Skilled pastry chefs have been known to create cakes with 25 layers and weighing over 100 pounds. 100 pounds of cake! When cooked on a spit, it is not uncommon for the finished product to be 3 to 4 feet tall. Holy shit! Where can I get me some of this? Who doesn't want 100 pounds of cake? God damn.
そう、バームクーヘンを持ってね。
Oh, Baumkuchen. Baumkuchen? Not that I took Chiato's frivolous banter seriously or anything, but I do stop at a Western-style cake shop near Irisu Makina's hospital to buy a Baumkuchen prior to my visit that afternoon. When I return to my car, the one seg broadcast on my navigation system is still buzzing with reports concerning the attempted assassination at Irisu Global HQ last night. The contents of the stories are more or less the same, no matter what channel I flip to. The crime was the work of a terrorist group of unknown nationality. The ringleader and would-be assassin was quickly overpowered by special police guarding the building, but attempted suicide. And although he was immediately rushed to the hospital, his death was confirmed in the ambulance prior to arrival. It's a shoddy, hackneyed bit of embroidery. But for some reason, that's just the sort of window dressing the organism known as the public is most eager to swallow. Most likely because a story full of holes offers more opportunity to crap about the government response, or carp about the government's response. It's more entertaining that way. One morning talk show was quickly arranged for a social panel discussion featuring an economic analyst who's become a popular early morning talking head recently. Hey, Yusuke. How'd work go? Along with a military commentator who's made a name for himself through comically stringent anti-American ravings, frequent opponents currently engaging in a vigorous, spit-spewing exchange of ideas.
まずはこちらのフリップをご覧ください。このグラフはここ10年のアイリスグループの経済推移を示したグラフで、テロリストといえば一言目には北だの東だのともてはやされていますが、皆さんは某 C 国という国の存在を
What the hell is Country C? Seriously, what the fuck is Country C? What are they referring to?
そう、世界で2番目にプライドの高い国、あの国です。
Oh. Yeah, I think I know what they're talking about, but... Okay. Okay. With a quiet snort, I pick up the nav system's remote control and flip from the 1-sec broadcast to the GPS screen. Mass media targeted. Embroidery. Type A. Plan B. Scenario I prepped is permeating into the public discourse much as anticipated. Stream on Go, but couldn't rate it because the stream died. Yeah, it did in fact die. Streamlabs just crashed on me entirely. So I had to literally re-download it, just to be on the safe side. So I tried to fire it up again, it just crashed again. So a safer bet to just do that. Just to re-download. All my settings were still there this time. I didn't clear my cache this time and fuck everything up, so we've all been good. In 20 days, a pre-planned shakeup at the Ministry of Justice will become the new hot topic of the moment. And for the majority of the citizenry, this incident will be bundled off into a dusty corner of their memory. This chain of incidents has reached a tentative conclusion. But there's still the mystery of I-9029's current whereabouts. And one other problem, simultaneously the most trivial and most crucial element of this case, also remains unresolved. A mother who fled overseas, leaving her daughter in a hospital as though abandoning a broken toy she'd grown bored of. The question of how Irisu Makina will be dealt with interests me greatly. The girl hasn't simply been left behind by an indifferent mother. That's only a superficial part of the truth. It would be more accurate to say that they've used the confusion to take control of her as a potential material witness. It proves a wise bet. In compensation for a full accounting of the events that took place last night, Irisu Makina offers me extensive details concerning the Irisu clan's past history of corruption and criminal misconduct. The information in her verbal statement is astonishingly precise, proof that her memories of the family's secret record book remains vivid and clear down to the minutest details. And so, in the form of a young woman, our organization obtains the Irisu clan's Book of the Dead, a prize worthy of all we spent in its pursuit. Hey, any given chance, welcome back in. Hope you're doing well. You finishing up Makina's route? Yes, we are finishing it up right now. Streamlabs had to crash partway through, but we've been back up and going for over an hour now, so we should be good. How are you doing? The knowledge I gained this afternoon alone will be more than sufficient a bargaining chip to seal the Irisu's lips concerning 9029's misconduct. With the addition of one more document to the most classified files of the secret organization known as... CERS? We immediately extend a guarantee of personal security to our newest resource.
残された問題は今後のあなたの身の振り方だけれど、うちでできる限りの援助はします。何か希望は？
Doing good, good, good. Glad you're doing good. Very glad you're doing good.
「あなた、私の話、ちゃんと聞こえている？
Her eyes are open, and I know she's fully alert. But for the last little while, the girl's simply been staring at the apple seedling sitting by the window with a dopey look in her eyes. Perhaps it would have been best to conceal the fact that Kazumi Yuji disappeared after suffering grave injuries. In combination with his failed assassination of Makina's own mother, the shock might even prove powerful enough to trigger a relapse of her prior aphasia.
ねえ、あなた、これからどうする？
Yeah, what is Makina gonna do now?
帰るってどこに？
If you say you're gonna say the high school, aren't you? Mahama Academy. The girl no longer has any such thing. Her mother and sister have gone overseas in search of an organ donor. Her own family wanted her dead. Under such circumstances, who can she possibly return to? Coincidentally, I'm tweaking on my Grisaia deck for Weiss Schwartz. Why am I not surprised that there's a Grisaia expansion in Weiss Schwartz? Why am I not surprised? It takes every anime property under the sun and manages to fold it into the card game. Also, Yusuke, you gotta be very careful watching stuff like that on streams. You gotta be very careful. That can get you slapped with a bunch of copyright. There's only one possible answer to my question.
パパのところへ帰る。
And where is he?
パパ？パパってどっちの？
Oh yeah, good question. Which one? Real Papa or Yuji Papa? Her father in heaven? Or that domesticated dog of ours who seems to have fallen off the face of the earth? Well, I suppose it really has to be the latter.
風見雄二の消息はまだつかめてはいないわ。
約束したの。パパが絶対に私を迎えに来てくれるって約束したの。
約束。
そう、約束。だからもう大丈夫なのよ。放っておいてくれれば私パパと一緒にずっと一緒に二人で暮らすから。
A lonely girl in a hospital bed, dreaming of an ephemeral future. Someday, the prince will come and carry her away. She truly believes that. And in time, the day will come when she can look back on that dream with nostalgia. With this little soliloquy running through my head, I leave Irisu Makina's hospital room behind. The evening of that same day, I learned she had slipped out of her bed and disappeared quietly from the hospital. Okay.
パパ、遅いな。
Don't take those chances, Yusuke. Don't take those chances.
もうずっと長いこと悪い夢を見ていたような、そんな気がする。私が美浜学園にいたことも、風見雄二という人と出会ってパパになってもらったことも、すべてが夢だったんじゃないかって、そんな風にも思える。でもこうして私の手にはリンゴの苗は残った。
You and that damn apple tree.
だとしたらパパの存在も夢ではなかったんだって信じたかった。だって約束したのよ。約束したもの。だから絶対来るよ。
That is true. He hasn't broken a promise.
絶対に来る。だってパパは一度も約束を破ったことないもん。だから私はこうして待ち合わせの約束の駅で植木鉢を抱えて、もう約束の時間を少し過ぎているし、何人も行き交う駅前の人が不思議そうな顔をして私を見ていくけど、
Is he actually gonna show up?
そんなの気にしない。
I feel like he probably did just roll over and die.
もう私は人を怖がったりなんかしない。
Well, that's good.
だってもうすぐパパが私を迎えに来てくれるもの。何も不安なんてないのよさ。
Hearing Makina's voice keeps reminding me that she's played Rin from Little Busters. I have not seen Little Busters. I'm uncultured, okay? I'm uncultured swine. I haven't seen that much stuff. I'll always call myself an uncultured swine. Makina. Sorry. Guess I'm a little late. You wait long?
待ってたのよ。ずっと待ってたの。
I see. My bad. Also, I'm sorry. I told you I'd put an end to everything, but I couldn't pull it off.
もういいのよ。全部もう終わったのよさ。ね、また逃げようよ、二人で。私はパパがいてくれればそれでいいの。だからまた逃げ出して二人だけでどこか誰も知らない場所へ行って暮らそうよ。
Yeah, sounds good. Let's do that.
行こう。こうして私たち二人は手を取り合って身を寄せ合うようにして電車に揺られる。
How is his arm and everything? I mean, he had like, you know, a good chunk of his shoulder blown off.
ねえ、どこへ行くの？
Question. Any place you want to go, Makina?
海？
See, huh?
そう、海がいいのよ。
So we go to the beach. And And then what?
花火がしたいな。
What else?
子犬と遊びたい。
What does that have to do with the beach?
そうだね。
Well, it's fine. I've got the money. I haven't touched that 70 million yen you gave me. We can do anything at all.
じゃあ、それでフロリダの海辺に家を買おうよ。
Florida? Oh, fuck? Florida, huh? That's a nice place.
温暖で過ごしやすいのよ。名物はシーフードとセックス。
Seafood and sex, and also the legendary Florida man. Everyone knows Florida man. You always hear it in the news. Florida man does this wacky thing. And the next week, Florida man does a new wacky thing. He's Florida's greatest superhero, Florida man. Sounds appealing. I'm a big fan of both.
海辺に家を買ってその家で私の手作りのパンを出す店を始めようよ。
Of course you want the bread. I like that. Hell, we'll get you a puppy and a bicycle too. And at night, we can go out and play with fireworks. And, let's see. What else? Still got plenty of money. Makina, what do you want to do?
そうな。でも今はパパがいればそれでいいのよさ。あとはいらない。
I see.
パ
What is it?
パ血が出てるのよ。ほら、座
This
席
man
に
is still bleeding out.
他の上にもこんなにいっぱ
How
い。
are you not dead? Yep. Truth is, I screwed up a bit. That's fine. Doesn't hurt that much.
痛くない怪我は死んじゃう怪我なんだよ。
Yeah. Might be. It's getting hard to keep my eyes open. Feels like I'm gonna fall asleep. Unless I keep talking.
寝たら死んじゃうのよ。パパ？ねえ、また私を一人残して死んじゃうの？ねえ、そんなのやだよ。パパ！
Oh, shit. Makina route done? Makina route done. Whew. Hallelujah. That is another route finished. And guess what? This one didn't make me fucking cry this time. So far, it was just Sachi and Mane. Thank God that's censored. Yeah, it's a Makina. It's definitely a Makina. Just all the CGs in the game, aren't we? Yep. Yeah, decent song. Yeah, coaching her to be a crack shot at the fucking festival. Using like potato. Wears a banana suit? I don't know. Anybody? Oh, and they were actually fucking sniping. Which routes have I already finished? I finished Michiru, Sachi, Amane, and now Makina, so I just have Sakaki's route to do. That's it, I have one more route to do. At the end of the day, her mom still wins and got away with it. No, she didn't, Nick. Didn't she pay attention? She may have run away, but Makina revealed all their, you know, all of their dirty laundry. She aired it all out. She ran away from the country. She's afraid to come back or mess with Makina because she doesn't know if Yuji's dead or not. Yeah, she's still alive, but now she's, you know, rightfully frightened of everything. And every bad thing her company has ever done is now out there on the table. I got ads when it happens, so I have to rewatch later. Okay. But yeah, Makina told JP everything. And now she's protected. She's essentially protected now by Ichigaya, more or less, because she's an informant. So, even if Yuji was dead, the Irisu would not dare lay their hands on her at this point. School days on... No idea. Oh yeah, she got shot there. That was a scene. You'll find out in Labyrinth. Oh boy. No spoilers for that. I'll get through it soon enough. I just gotta finish Fruit. I don't know if it would be stream safe, so I wouldn't say. I would say not to buy me anything at all, just to be on the safe side. Also, there's no guarantee I would be able to get to any games right away at all, because I do have a lot of things already kind of planned ahead of time. Oh god, we got an epilogue, okay.
私はパパと約束した通り、パパが私に返してくれた7000万円を元手に、海辺の小さな町の片隅で小さなパン屋さんを始めた。ありがとうございました。また来てね。お店を始めて最初の頃は日本人が焼くパン屋ということであまりお客さんは多くなかった。それでも最近はお客さんも少しずつ増えてきて私の焼くメロンパンを楽しみにしてくれている馴染みのお客さんもできた。もし私一人だったらここまで来ることもできなかったしお店を始めようとも思わなかっただろう。私には私を助けてくれる人が思った以上にたくさんいて、こうして今の私がいる。
Thought you're stuck in that hell? Okay. It shouldn't be too long. It'll only be like a minute and a half at most, so I can wait a little bit. I'll wait until about 140 just to give myself a stretch a little bit. Ooh. So this is actually taking, besides the little delay I had in the middle because of everything dying, this actually didn't take that long to do. I am gonna have to combine the two videos recordings together so I can post that to YouTube, but it is what it is. Unless I want to just make them separate. Nah, I'll just combine them. Just be better that way. Just I won't be able to use my computer for a Git while that shit renders. I have not played Clannad. And also with that game, there's an agreement where you can only stream like the first 2 or 3 hours of the game. That is the like license agreement to stream that game in general. Morning, Makina. Yeah, I've been sleeping a lot better lately. Okay, she actually looks really adorable there. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, no shit, I thought he was gonna die too. To hear JB tell it, I'm not a sweet enough mutt to roll over and die that easily. Oh. Okay. Well, what are you gonna do? The bones and muscle in my shoulder were totally pulverized, so the arm was basically dangling off a bit of skin. And it was gone the instant I got a decent look. I was changing clothes in the station bathroom after being shot. I even considered just ripping the thing off and leaving it behind. Jesus! Decided against it, though. No reason to give some poor janitor a heart attack. God damn. He just grabbed some clear packing tape and tried to wrap it up. Dude! True enough. Sorry about that. It's fine. Feels like a bit of a lucky break, if anything. Small price to pay for a divorce from the devil. Yeah, I'm actually starving.
Hello, this is Makina speaking.
Oh my god. Oh god, Chiara's now her handler. And now she's 9029. You watched the anime for this yet, or planning to save until you finish the game? I'm probably gonna save till I finish the game. I do know it exists, though. I think a friend right now has actually has watched it, or is in the middle of watching it. But occasionally she'll kind of come in and ask where I am at this point, and I guess just to see where she is in the anime in comparison. See, I'm definitely gonna save her after I'm fully done. Because from what I've heard, at the very least, the anime isn't that well, because it like kind of does all the routes at once somehow. And that feels like it's a bit messy.
ライフル貸してやっから。私まだ朝ごはんも食べてないのよ。
Oh, Chiata, you don't know what you're in for.
あなたね、そんなもの私なんて食べてないわよ。いいから準備するの。まったくもう、どうして90295はいっつも言うこと聞かない子が襲名するのかしら。
そうカリカリすんなよ。生理が止まるよ。
あなたたちがそうやってのんきにパン屋なんてやってられるのは誰のおかげだと思ってるの？
おーらい、わかってるって。ちゃんと働けばいいんでしょ。働けば
Oh my
真
god.
面目にやるのよさ。
正常期に誓って。
はいはい、正常期に誓って。
27分後、迎えを出します。シー装備で待機。
や
You going?
なんか急な仕事なんだって。ごめんね、一人で大丈夫？
Not a problem. I'm pretty used to the artificial arm by now. Making coffee shouldn't be an issue.
じゃちょっち行ってくるのよさ。
Don't screw up, kid.
問題ない、任して。ああ、そうだ、パパのリューポルド借りてっていい？
The hell's Leopold? What? Again? You're always breaking them.
大丈夫ね、お願い。
Fine, take it.
やったー、あんがとう。すぐ戻ってくるからね。私は愛用の L96A1 AWS の入ったケースと、無理を言ってパパに借りたリューポルドのケースを折りたたみのアルミカートに縛り付け、迎えの車が来る近所のショッピングセンターの駐車場までガラガラとカートを引いて歩く。フロリダの日差しはとても強くて、サングラスをかけた目を空に向ければ大きな太陽が照りつけ
I'll
て、
get your fact once I'm done with this.
今日もいい天気になりそうなのよさ。こういう日はカラッとしてて湿度が低いから球もよく飛ぶし、きっと一発
Oh
にな
my
るよね。
god. Freaking girl.
「新しい街で新しい仕事として店を始め、そして
Of course
私
you're
は
doing his work now.
重度負傷で退役したパパの代わりに新しいアルバイトを始めた。すべてがこれまでの私にはなかったもので、慣れないうちは戸惑うことも多いけれど、私は今の生活に満足している。そう、とても満足している。これまでの人生ではろくなことがなかったような気がするけれど、今は自分にできることが多くなったせいか、毎日が楽しい。そしてきっと明日もそのまた先もずっとずっと毎日楽しいに違いないと、
She might be,
そう
you know,
思
a
え
killer
ることが
now.
幸せだった。この穏やかな生活を守るのが今の私の一番の目標。
She's got a better life. Hopefully she's able to, you know, meet the other girls again. I would hope.
現着。
確認した。
たった一言ですぐに回線が切られるのにも慣れた。この幸せな生活を守るにはやらなければいけないことが
Especially now that Yuji can't.
でも大丈夫。今日はまだ 頭は痛くない。さて頑張りますか。そう自分に言い聞かせて見上げた空にはカモメの群れが飛んでいた。私はかけていたサングラスを外し、ポケットから出した目薬をしながら静かに打ち寄せる波の音を聞いた。心のまどろむ平和な音だった。グリザイアの果実。
Okay!
環境設定なのよ。
I'm just gonna get this set up for next time.
さあ早く決めちゃいましょう。
There. Just so when we eventually do get back to Grisaia, the voices will be set to Sakaki and we can start Sakaki's route. The final route of the game. This has been going on for a while now. I can't even remember when I started doing these streams. This had to have been about a year by now. It's had to have been. I don't know when the first time I did Grisaia. When I started, it has to have at least been a year. So I'm gonna swap over screens. Hey Mari, did I miss the fruit? You literally just missed it. We just finished the route. Just. And it ended alright. No, it's okay. There's one more route in general to do. There's one more route I've got. Plus, I mean, there's plenty of other streams. It ended well enough, other than the main character getting a shotgun blast to the arm and losing his arm, apparently. But I mean, everything's hunky-dory now. And now I no longer have to play through a route that has a small child calling me Papa. Oh. Next time I'll partake in your delicious fruit. Can't wait. And now I owe Yusuke a fact. Things you don't need to hear. Nana no Yosa anymore. Yeah, true. Trying to find inspiration for this right now. Okay, this is just good. So, also, hi Ruby. How's it going, honey? I'll get to see Doggo. Also, let me close out Grisaia for myself, because I don't need to hear my outro music and the Grisaia menu music. So, here's a really funny thing. The actor for Kamen Rider Build actually got his motorcycle license for his audition to play Kamen Rider Build. However, they did not want him riding a motorcycle at all. Why would that be? Well, very simply, probably they don't want him fucking hurting himself. They don't want to repeat what happened with Kamen Rider #1 way back in the day of him hurting himself while doing a motorcycle stunt by accident. So he just kind of, you know, he got a motorcycle license for the part, but they didn't want him riding it. Fair enough, though. Hi, honey. Which one you like so far, route-wise? That's actually tough. Oh yeah, she's adorable. She's adorable. It's really hard to say which I like the most. Because they all have such... They're all so good in their own right. It's hard to pick. But if I had to really choose... Wait a minute. I've been saying this whole time that only 2 of the fucking, of the routes I'd gone through so far had made me cry. What the fuck am I talking about? 3 of them have! Michiru, Sachi's, and Amane have all made me cry. I just fucking remembered that. Yeah, she ran off. She's going to roll on the ground. Just being a silly dog, and then probably to go and find her antler and chew on it. I can already say Makina is not my favorite, just because I didn't feel as emotionally invested in it as the other 3. So far I've done. I very, very much was invested in Michiru, Amane, and Sachi's. Those, I mean, they did get me crying and really tugged at my heartstrings. Big time. I don't want to go into full detail, because when I do finish Sakaki's as well, I do kind of want to take some time to actually talk about kind of like each route and how I would kind of rank them. But like so far, Makina's is kind of lower because hers I just didn't really care too much about. That's just it so far. The other 3, for now, just quick thinking, they're more or less tied with each other. But we'll see how we feel after Sakaki's done, then I can really sit down and think. Where do I rank each of the routes? All 5 routes together. I have not done a Kamen Rider tier list now. I potentially could in the future if I find one that'll work well. Yeah, I actually got this finished about when I thought it would. Even I did have to re-download Streamlabs because it just decided to go die for some reason, which is annoying. Good thing it died when I was sitting on a Be Right Back screen. Like, thank God it died on a Be Right Back screen, and that I had saved the game previously too. So thank absolute God for that. It really saved my ass. Wow. I really know how to yawn. That's fine. I don't know, this is the first time catching your stream, so I was curious. Yeah, no good, no good. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, once I do finish Sakaki's, that's when I'll kind of figure out which ones I like the absolute most and which not so much. But I mean, right now, so far, Makina is just like, no. I wasn't as emotionally invested. It didn't get at me. the other 3 did get at me. Like, all of Michiru's talk with her other, her heart donor's mom. Just Amane's epilogue entirely. And, well, Sachi's just the revelation about her parents' actual feelings. That stuff got me. Yeah, she came back. Good girl. Good girl. She probably wants to be let outside. Do you want to go outside? Yeah. Well, that's gonna be... that's more or less my cue that I gotta end off stream. It's controlled by the wills of the pupper. That was basically done anyhow. So yeah, thank you everybody for, watching, commenting, and lurking, and bearing with me when Streamlabs literally decide to shit the bed and die. I appreciate it a lot. So, I hope, everyone has themselves a great rest of their day. I should be back... When am I back next? Should be back tomorrow for 10 a.m. for some Digimon Survive. But also tonight, in the Discord, around 7:30, we will be watching Mobile Suit Gundam 00 Awakening of the Trailblazer in the Discord to finish off our 00 watch through entirely. So, hope you all have yourselves a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time.